afternoon, everyone. Today I'm working in my garage. I don't want to be working in my garage, but I'm working in my garage. It's 85 degrees in here and it's 95 outside. Or at least that's what it seems like. Because the dew point's up around 70, something like that. So it's like 85 outside and probably about 80 in here because I had to open and close the door because Scag tiger cat. And I am going to show you what it's doing. Or get a video, and hopefully the camera will pick up the amount of noise this thing is making. So there is something wrong, some bearings going bad, or something's bent, or whatever. But I have to get this up on the ramps. I have car ramps that I back up on, and then I jack the front end up and put stands under that so I can crawl around underneath that. And I got to figure out what's going on with it because it's making a lot of racket that it shouldn't be making. I started making it about 4 days ago, and it's not supposed to be there. So I'm thinking it's one of these idler pulleys in here. This one or this one here. And I'll start this thing up and hopefully you can hear how loud it is because it's not good. I don't know if you can hear that whining, but I'm thinking it has to do with this idler pulley there, but I'm not sure because as soon as you put a little pressure on there, it makes a lot of racket unless the belt itself is bad, but we'll find out once I pull that belt off. That's how I do that. It's a little bit of a fight, but it ends up working. Because most of the time I'm doing this by myself. Okay, I don't know how much of this we're going to see here, but let's check this one. No, that one's solid. There it is. Can you see that? Where is it? That's the one with the bad bearing. That should not be rocking loose. That's the one with the bad bearing, so let's pop this cable off, or not cable, but line up. So the belt popped off of here. That's the racket, so I am not going to run this. This is going to be down. So I'm going to pull this pulley off. And I should be able to get a bearing at one of the bearing places tomorrow. But that's the noise. So I'm going to have Vicky help me out on this. Since I can't run this up on top and hold the bolt on the bottom. So I need that.
I can't breathe in here.
And just wait. There you go.
What do I do?
Pull the trigger.
I don't know where the trigger is. Uh-oh.
Perfect.
It came off.
That's what it was supposed to do.
Can't ever do anything without me.
Nope. And one idler pulley out. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a bearing for that.
Alright, where do you want this? Down here?
Yeah, so this is bad. I might have to get a whole idler pulley. So this is going to be fun. So what I'm going to do tomorrow morning is stop at the Gravely dealership and see if they got an idler pulley similar to this. Just sits like that and see what they've got. They may have something close, I don't know, but that's definitely bad. Okay, since that was a bust, I can't fix that until who knows when, if I get parts or when I get parts. So it's a good thing I got an extra one, so that one's just going to sit until I get that pulley replaced, because I just don't want to make things worse than they already are. You know, the pulley probably would have lasted through the week or next couple weeks or whatever, but what if it doesn't and just shreds the belt? You know, that's another $45. So I'd rather just wait and get that pulley, whatever it costs, doesn't matter. The next project is going to be this. And what happened is I have this, which is a 5-pound spool, and I normally get 3-pound spools, so this doesn't fit. And I tried spreading it out, and it just doesn't work, so I have to make a new one of these. So, because I just don't want to spend $30 on a line holder when I can just make it myself. Because I end up with, I spent, instead of, whatever it was, I think it was $60 for a 3-pound spool. I got this for $75, I think, for a 5-pound. So this will last us all the way through the rest of this year, and all the way probably through the next year, and or next season. It'd be fine. It just hangs off the end of my trailer and does nothing there anyhow. So, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and just make this out farther, and then I'll bolt it on there and show you exactly what I did. Actually, I'll show you how I did all of this. So this is pretty simple build. The bend on this is about 4.5, and I'll make it a little bit longer, so I'm going to go about 4 3/4, just because it gives a little bit more room on that spool, and that way I'm good with it. I don't have to worry about hitting anything. And none of this is exact anyhow, so I'm matching out 4 3/4. Right there. And this is how exacting it is. $90. The spool, that's 6 3/4. I did have this squished on there, so about 6 3/4. So if we go 7 1/4, that should work out. And again, this is not exact science, it's just close. Seven 1/4-ish. Because even if this ends up being longer, I still could squeeze this down. It's not perfect, doesn't need to be perfect, so now I'm just going to cut this off. So this side is about 5.5 inches. So we're going to go 5.5 inches. And cut it off. all fine for me. This end might be a little bit longer, so I'll just put that at the bottom. And it's perfect. Yeah, a little bit tighter yet. There we go. That'll work. That's good. And each one of these spools comes with a cutter, so I just take a couple deck screws and screw it right there. It works for me. Okay, well, this projects are done for the day. I wasn't planning on doing all this, and yes, it is hot. You can see all this, but Vicky's been babysitting all day, and as soon as the babysitting is over, which is going to be about 7:30, we're going to go out and do some edging on a house. So this video is going to be aired tomorrow, which would be Monday, and our edging, if it all works out, if we get a video there, is going to be on Tuesday. So even though it's a Sunday, the things are going to be mixed up for a little bit. But I guess now it's time for Vicky's question of the day.
Hello. I wasn't really prepared for a question for the day, but here it is. How many out there on Friday say we're going to be all done doing lawn care for the weekend and we're just going to throw in the towel and we're not going to do anything over the whole weekend? But then all of a sudden Saturday morning comes and you got book work to do, and well, maybe I better go out and work on the lawnmower for a little bit. Well, maybe my yard needs to be mowed. Oh, if I'm going to mow my own yard, I might as well trim. Or how many out there have things that happen like that?
In other words, we never took the weekend off.
Yes.
We've been working. So yesterday I was in the sign shop all day, and then you see what I'm doing out here, and it's 83 degrees in here, 84 degrees in here. Yeah, I'm sweating pretty good. But please remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for our next video. And that's going to be the end of our video for today.
So thanks for watching us in Northeast Michigan. Have a good evening. Peace. See you at the next lawn. Goodbye.